Guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm so happy to have you. So my people and subscribers, welcome back to the channel. So for today's video, we're going to be discussing and talking about will the Supreme Court overturn 45 or felon 45 immunity, and if that's even a plausibility or even an outcome. We're going to explore that, and then we also are going to explore whether or not the court orders based on blocking 45 executive orders are they going to hold, and we're also going to take a look at um, the powers of the checks and balances of the judicial branch on the executive, because the thing that checks the power of the executive branch will be the judicial branch. So we're going to go take a look and see over there as well. So it's going to be a three-loaded part question in today's video. This video is being recorded on none other than Thursday, February 13th at 1:56 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So happy Valentine's Day to all of you guys, as you're probably most likely to see this on Valentine's Day. So happy Valentine's Day. And if you want to help out and grow the channel more, I do appreciate it, and I do want to extend my appreciation to all of you guys who have been doing just that. I want you to know that I love you and I appreciate you. And you can do so by doing that is by commenting, subscribing, hitting the bell icon, liking this video, or even watching this video longer than normal, and you will be telling the algorithm, hey, I like his content, show me more. You'll be shown not only my content, but other second tarot card readers and any other astrologers as well. So it helps you, helps me, helps everybody. And if you have been noticing lately, YouTube has been censoring content specifically relating to um, videos and comments and stuff like that, even your comments. You yourself are being actively affected. You can be able to negate this by following my Blue Sky account or my Facebook group in the comment section below, and you can comment there, or you can be notified when I do post and upload next. Alright, until then, let's begin. We have a lot to get through today. I'm hoping this video will be a short video because I do have work in a few hours. I just got done recording 2 other videos, so I just want to make sure I'm able to kind of give you a constant flow and stream of video. I am feeling like I'm going to be under the weather soon, so it's better to have a surplus of videos than not. Alright, let's begin. A lot to get through today. Alright. Again, this video is just for entertainment purposes only and for educational purposes only, and that is all for today's video. Okay, so let's go and take a look and see about 45's immunity. Yeah, let's take a look at 45's immunity. See if I need to put that on. Okay, there you go. Alright, so Spiritual Angel, tell me about 45, better than 45, the President of the United States right now. Will SCOTUS, the Supreme Court, remove his presidential immunity and the ability for presidential orders under the official act to be classified and protected under the presidential powers? Will they redact that? Will the Supreme Court redact their motion or agreement saying that the Supreme Court is above the law, as long as it's under the quote-unquote definition of official acts? Clarify, Spirit. No, the decision has been made. It looks like it's final. Yeah, and here's the page of cups. It's wishful thinking. Wishful thinking that this could even become an idea. Wishful thinking. Let's take a look at the reading and see what we get. Okay, so I'm reading the likeliest outcome. Yeah. The first card that we got here is the Ace of Pentacles. That is heading towards the past. That is essentially because they handed the power of the presidency to 45 and allowing the president to act like a king. King-like powers. Here above that, we have the Justice card reversed, which means them not doing what's right as the Supreme Court Justice. They rather have the sword facing down than the justice, or the scale of justice being equal. Under the opposite direction is hidden motions, hidden motives. This is represented by the Moon card. There's something definitely hidden in terms of their motive for this. So now this is the question in regards to will they remove the immunity for 45, specifically also relating to the presidency as a whole. Now I want to ask the cards this because I feel like when I acted as if 45 was the one that's going to get his immunity removed. But essentially, I don't know if that's the right way to word it. So spiritual angels tell me, now that I'm thinking about it, spiritual angel, can you give me the final definition whether or not official act will be classified as under the protection of the presidential powers as long as it's under the official act? Is it plausible and possible that the Supreme Court will redact their decision sometime in the future, whether or not 45 is present or not? Can you give me that outcome? Just give me one card. Well, we'll have it sideways. You have in due time. In due time. And here's the star card. This is the presidency. Yes. So yeah, the magician. Yeah, they are going to remove this. This is something that's going to be removed. This is the magician. But there is no telling that it's going to be removed under the 45 term. You know. Here we have celebration, the Three of Cups on the left side here, which is in the past. They already celebrated, it's done, it's over. 45 also celebrated. This is him here, King of Pentacles. He's celebrating. He celebrated. He didn't even need to win. He got whatever he needed and he can get away with whatever he wants. He can wipe his entire slate clean. He can do as many naughty things as possible and get away with it because of this decision alone. He could rig an election and get away with it because he can remove the people who can investigate that, and therefore he can't be prosecuted and even be impeached or removed because essentially there's no governing body that can impeach that or investigate that. Here on the right side, though, we have the Knight of Cups, and the Knight of Cups is feeling like there is stagnant motion. I don't think if the Supreme Court was to do it, it won't be because of 45, or it would be because of things that he does after he's no longer president. This would not take place under 45 terms. So I'm sorry, I don't see the energy here. I'm not going to tell you what you want to hear. If you're hoping for something different, I'm sorry. But I'm just going to be open and honest with you. Here we have the Ten of Pentacles, and the Ten of Pentacles here being reversed has to do with the fact that the chain of command is pretty much distinguished, and the energy and the power of the Supreme Court has basically diminished. Here we do have here in the top corner though, asking whether or not it's going to be removed, not because of 45, but particularly in regard to sometime down in the future, the immunity being removed and that the president is no longer above the law. Here we have the Wheel of Fortune. And the Wheel of Fortune is essentially saying that in due time, being challenged by the hanged man, the man who was hanged, the man who did wrong by the people, and therefore the Wheel of Fortune will start to turn when 45 time has ended. Whether that is after his term or whether that is after many, many decades. We don't necessarily know the timing here, but one thing we definitely know is that this is not forever in terms of presidential immunity. This will be something that will be ending in the United States. So that is something that seems very certain, just not very certain that it's going to end under the 45 presidency. Doesn't look like it's even likely at that point because the energy just not there. So I think we already explained that. So we are going to cover our next part. Next part is the the court orders and whether or not they are going to hold and whether or not they even have any power at all. And we'll go from there. And then the last question that we're going to touch on is the the power of checks and balances on the judicial, on the executive, and whether or not the checks and balances are going to hold. All right, let me ask the right question because I have it written down here, the proper wording to be using. Okay, I'm looking right now. Okay, the power of the courts and will the order stand? Okay, so will the order stand? Okay, so Spirit Angel tell me, and here's the presidency card about him. So Spirit Angel tell me, will the court orders preventing certain legislation, even executive orders passed by 45, hold? Will the orders of these courts preventing 45 from passing his agenda, will they hold? Or will they just not, be ineffective because 45 can't be stopped. How? How? Explain that to me. Show me the likeliest outcome for this. Show me the likeliest outcome. The justice upright, something being uprooted. We have here the hangman reverse with the justice card. We have here the nine of swords, and we have the five of cups reverse. Further amplified by the final results here, which is the ten of cups reverse and the page of swords reverse. Here we have the death, which is not a rebirth, it's not an ending of something. So we're asking whether or not the court orders are going to hold. It's not going to be the end all. But on the top here we have the Lover's card. This is the unity, the connection, the checks and balances. It's going to be very strange. I can definitely tell you that without a doubt. Let's see. We're going to use our index card again. So Spirit Angel, can you give me further clarification on whether or not the orders by judges to stop 45 agenda because of illegal actions or even unconstitutional actions, will they hold? Will the order of the courts hold against, or justices hold against 45 aggression towards the U.S. Constitution? Show me index card. What card should I pick? Okay. Okay. I'm getting aqua blue, so we're getting aqua blue here. They'll tell me about one. They'll tell me this one. Okay, then yellow. Okay, final card. Alright. We're gonna get a clarifier. Can I get a clarifier? The clarifier is the white color. So white just means minor. The color means major, like a major arcana. Okay, what one? Top or bottom? So tell me both. So we'll use both of these. Here, so we have arrest and plausibility. Or possibility. Possibilities reverse and arrest also reverse. Okay, that is two cards here that told me that were going to be clarifiers. The first card that comes up is we're asking whether or not the powers of the justices and the court order is going to hold. We have the first one which says no. Okay, which makes sense because we have the justice card, which means it's the justice system, the judges making the court ruling, the court order to stop 45, and then being uprooted or being removed in some way, even impeached or whatever. But whatever it is, the court orders are not going to hold. Here underneath the hangman reverse, we have here foreign. Okay, foreign here. What is the card that comes in between judgment and the nine of swords? We have climate. This is another thing. This has to do with the environment. Something is ripe here. So environment is so coming in almost every single reading. I gotta figure out what that climate card means. Here underneath the page of swords reverse, the last card that comes in was hacker. Reverse. Hacker reverse. Alright, let's take a look. Let's read and let's see what's up. Okay, so the first card that we get here is the Justice card. We already spoke about this briefly, but essentially the Justice card are the judges going ahead with the court order. We're asking whether or not it's going to hold. No is the answer we got because essentially this here, but also I was already going to get later anyway, because it's going to be uprooted by the Eight of Wands. It's going out of the ground and it's just heading towards the justice system, which means they're going to have a lot of hardship because the wands are heading in that direction. Here, the next card that followed to the right, which is heading towards the future, in essence, we have the Hangman reverse, which means a revelation, some sort of awakening, some sort of idea. An idea that is not domestic, in a way. Something that is foreign. There's an idea here, is what it feels like, and here we have foreign. So the foreign idea, maybe it might be an idea created by somebody who is a foreign person. This would be someone maybe like Elon or Elonia, who even endorsed the idea of an impeachment. Underneath the Hangman reverse, we have the Ten of Cups here. not happy times for the justice system. This is definitely not a card you want to see reversed for whether or not your orders are going to hold against the weight of the administration. Above all that, we also have this card representing the election. And right above that card in the opposite direction here, we have the page of stories. This is somebody coming in through a battle and just really being brave. This reversed here, and it's further amplified by the hacker card, which tells me here that this is lack of bravery in some way. That I wonder if they are going to start hacking the Justice Department. I wonder if that is something that is going to be underway, which could be explained why the hacker card is reversed. Which means it has not yet been in motion, but it could be in motion sometime down the future. Here we do have, on the right side here, hiding in front of the hangman birth, we have judgment, right? Making that final call, making that judgment, making the call for something. He's not going to get arrested. They're not going to get arrested because the justice system just does not have the power or the capability or ability to arrest because of the Supreme Court making that decision that the president and everyone is above that is immune, and he can put as many pardons as possible to keep people out from being investigated or being put in jail, etc., etc. Here on the right side, though, is we have the Nine of Swords. And the Nine of Swords means sleepless nights within the justice system in regard to um, the court order. I don't think it's going to hold. It definitely does not look like it's going to hold. I would not be surprised if there are some hold and it's going to start collapsing. The climate is just not there. They don't have the power. They're not in a natural habitat anymore. This is telling me here that the justice system just can't function. Something is preventing the justice system from doing its ability. Something is choking the justice system in regard to traditional justices. This is not in regard to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court is not even involved in this. I'm talking about traditional local courtrooms. Here we have the black robe, the justice, right, in the black robe. Not all is lost, though. There will be a little bit of hope. Yeah, they're going to lose 3 cups, that's for sure. There's no celebration here. But there is 2 cups still remaining. The question is, are they filled? That is something that we yet to be remain, something yet to be seen. What is in those 2 cups in the five cup reverse, which indicates loss, but it's reversed here? What is in those 2 cups? What does the justice need us focused on? Increase. So they need to increase the power of the justice system. That's what they need to focus on. They need to increase their power to match the executive power in order to keep a hold on him. That's what they need to do, essentially. So the order needs to be more stronger. It needs to be more resistant. It needs to be resistant. Think of it this way. 45 is a virus. Elonia is a virus, right? They are a virus. Therefore, you cannot expect to, have a system that is old, be able to fight against such corruption, right? You need to be able to modernize that system. You need to be able to fix that system. And by fixing that system, you can modernize it to be more evolved against any sort of attack. You need to be able to do that though. And that's essential in every single way. Essential is what I'm saying. All right. The last question that we are now going to ask the card is the power of the check and balance and whether or not the judicial branch, entirely including the Supreme Court, whether or not they will be able to act as what's it called, a check and balance on the presidential powers. That may be. All right, so we're going to take a look at that and see whether or not they are going to act as a check and balance on the incumbent administration and see if maybe that is something that we see. Is that even an outcome? Who knows? Who knows? And it's something worth exploring if you ask me. All right, so Spirit Angels tell me about the checks and balances. Are the judicial branch able to still pursue efforts to act as a check and balance on the executive branch, currently held by the American oligarchy 45 and Melania Trump, a foreign adversary? Can you show me the likeliest outcome? Show me the likeliest outcome. The powers of the judicial branch is it weaker? I'm hearing this words here. The judicial branch is weaker for now, but not for long. We have here, let's take a look. Not for long. No, not for long now. Because we have 45 here, right? 45 represented by the devil with the moon card reversed, which means revelation and a lack of restriction, right? It's coming to light that his real intention, his real goals, right? That is what's coming to light. That's why the moon card is reversed. Here you have the lack of restriction, right? We're asking whether or not the judicial branch is going to act as a restrictor onto the powers of the presidency, the powers of the president, right? It's his goal, 45 goals, his intention is starting to be manifested, it's starting to be realized. And on the right side of that moon, the revelation here is the Nine of Pentacles, which means money. His intention with the money of the U.S. Treasury Department. The money. Follow the money, and you will find what you're looking for. Here we have underneath that Nine of Pentacles and heading toward somebody who's not restricted, someone who's not vulnerable, someone who can see, is the Knight of Swords. And the Knight of Swords is heading toward this woman who is telling me here that this man is intending to harm. He's intending to harm somebody who is not paying attention, right? The next section here is we get the stabbing of swords, which means somebody's stealing, someone's not paying attention. He's gonna walk and trip on her. He's gonna trip on her skate, her little tapestry or whatever, her little extra cloth on the bottom of her foot. And as she's walking, he's going to trip because he's not paying attention, and he's gonna drop those 5 of swords, which becomes the bully. The bully falls, right? Underneath the 5 of swords here, we have the 8 of cups. Eventually, the bully will have to leave. Eventually, the powers of the judicial branch will regain in strength in some way. And here you have the 5 of wands. It won't be a fight anymore. It will just be consistent. And here you have no more waiting. No more waiting on the judicial when it gets its power back, because the judicial branch will get their power back. And it's further amplified by the Ace of Cups. So opportunity, they just need to seek the opportunity. Now, this is acting in the general token here, whether or not the judicial branch is going to act as, what to call it, as what it always intended to do, which is to check and balance on the presidential powers, right? We acted in this very generic tone. Will it still be able to? And it said pretty much, yeah, pretty consistently, but it also said no for quite some time, specifically around 45. But it will regain that. It doesn't feel like the judicial branch loses it entirely. It just can't enact it under the 45 presidency or 45 administration. Let's take a quick look and ask that directly. Spiritual angels tell me, will the judicial branch be able to effectively act as a check and balance under 45 administration and his presidency? Here you have the Tower card reverse. Will they be able to do that, Spirit? No. The Three of Swords, no. Like I said, no. I'm sorry, no. You have the High Priestess reversed. They were supposed to be able to use and exercise the office of the Constitution. They were supposed to honor their power, but they relinquished it to him by essentially giving it away and saying that the president is above the law, and therefore even the courts cannot hold him accountable. And because of that, they themselves will be hung too. And here's the Hangman reverse. No, I'm sorry. No, he won't. This is the end of the judicial system in the government. Again, it's the collapse of the judicial system. It will be reborn, it will be modernized. Like I said, a lot of things in the US will be collapsing. The judicial system won't be immune to that. The judicial system is collapsing under 45. So I'm sorry, I don't see him getting his immunity revoked by the Supreme Court. I don't see him being held accountable via the check and balance of the court system here in the U.S. And yeah, but in the end, there is some happy things in this video. So to keep remember those things, right? Remember those things. All right, guys. I think it's pretty much covered today's video. I am going to end it and leave it off here for tonight. I want to say thank you for all of you guys who have supported the channel. I want to send my gratitude and thank you to all of you. I love you. Have a great night and happy Valentine's Day, depending on when you see this. And I love you. Peace out.